On the news tonight, President Muhammadu Buhari reiterates need for African leaders to respect right of citizens to make their choice. Former Ogun State Governor Otunba Gbenga Daniel wins Ogun East APC senatorial primary. Extracurricular activities identified as germane to unlock potentials of children. Good evening and thanks for joining us on the news tonight, reaching you live from the studio of NTA Ijebu Ode. My name is Joel Okbuola. Now the news in details. President Muhammadu Buhari has reiterated the need for African political leaders to respect the right of citizens to make their choices in elections, insisting that such a constitutional right to determine who to elect should not be treated with levity. This was while granting audience to the president of Malawi, Lazarus Chukwuera, on the margins of the African Union Summit in Malabo, Equatorial Guinea. Former governor of Ogun State, Otunba Gbenga Daniel, has won Ogun East senatorial primary election of the All Progressives Congress (APC) with a landslide margin of 450 votes out of the 496 total valid votes. Correspondents report that one of the leading contenders, who is the current Ogun East Senator Lekon Mustafa, stepped down from the primary. The reports. Security arrangement for each free senatorial primary in Ogun East was unprecedented to ensure party supporters and the over 500 delegates from the 9 local governments cast their ballots in an orderly manner devoid of rancor. INEC representatives and other stakeholders were on ground to monitor the process. Just when the second local government delegates were voting, agent of Senator Lekon Mustafa, Babatunde Ikpaye, announced that the incumbent Ogun East senator has stepped down from the contest. This automatically made the pendulum to further swing in favor of Otunba Gbenga Daniel, who arrived at the venue amidst cheers. For the party, the decision of Senator Lekon Mustafa doused what could have been a dramatic and tension-soaked primary.
I'm satisfied. We came in to overlook things, and I have my agent inside, and I've seen a lot of our people come for the purpose for which they're here. So I'm okay. It is actually a family meeting, and most of the issues are not to be discussed outside, irrespective of whatever the outcome may be. That's the way we are taught.
It tells you that there's always a give and take attitude in life. Whether you like it or not, Senator Lekon Mustafa and Otunba Gbenga Daniel are leading contenders for this ticket. And one of them stepping down says a lot. But the fact that somebody accepted to withdraw means that we can always come to an understanding.
In spite of the withdrawal of the incumbent senator and the passive participants of other aspirants, the process continued till the presiding officer finally announced the results after a thorough collation.
While Lekon Mustafa scored 29. So the total vote is 496. That's the total votes.
Otunba Gbenga Daniel earlier left the venue before the final announcement. In Ijebu Ode, Joel Okbuola, NTA. Ticket for Ogun West Senatorial District in the 2023 general elections. Tope Alabi report that Senator Adiola scored 294 votes to defeat the incumbent Tolu Odebi, who scored 0 votes.
194 delegates were accredited to elect a candidate from 27 senators, Olamilekan Adeola, Lagos West, and Tolu Odebi, Ogun West, to represent APC in the 2023 general elections, as the 2 other aspirants, Abiodun Akinlade and Boyega Nasiru Isiaka, had stepped down to vie for another positions. After the delegates had cast their ballots and votes counted, The returning officer, Dr. Dakpo Ogunkoya, announced Senator Olamilekan Adeola, popularly known as Yayi, as winner, having pulled 294 votes to defeat the incumbent senator for Ogun West, Tolu Odebiyi, who scored 0 votes.
Olamilekan Solomon Adeola scored 294 votes.
Appreciating the delegates, Senator Adeola assured people of Ogun West of good representation at the Senate if elected.
I know my people, I know where the shoe pinches, I know how they feel, and I can assure you that going forward, from 2023, after the election will have come and be held, from then there on, representative par excellence, that's what they should look up to and look forward to.
More importantly, I'm also excited for the people of Ogun West. My expectations is that they want the same of what has been going on, the transformation, the leadership, the development that one has brought to bear.
Senator Olamilekan Adeola, who hails from Onibata compound, Pahayi, Ilaro, recently transferred his voter registration to his country home, Ilaro, to enable him vying for APC ticket for Ogun West Senatorial District. From Ilaro, Tokpe Alabi, NTA News.
Still on APC primary, Boyega Nasiru Isiaka has been declared as APC consensus candidate for Yewa North and Imekwa for federal constituency in the 2023 House of Representatives election. Tokwe Alabi report that the APC House of Representatives primary that produced the candidate was conducted at Ayetoro with 105 delegates. It reports.
105 APC delegates, 5 each from the 21 wards in Yewa North Imekwa from federal constituency, were accredited to elect a standard bearer for the House of Representatives seat. Prior to the commencement of the exercise, 7 aspirants, who include a serving representatives member, announced Boyega Nasiru Isiaka as their consensus candidate.
APC, I want to appreciate you all for believing in the leadership of the party.
However, the returning officer, Dr. Dakpo Ogunkoya, who commended the action taken by the aspirants, later conducted the primary, and at the end, 103 delegates cast their ballots in favor of Boyega Nasiru Isiaka, while other 2 delegates did not vote.
I have not announced any winner, but all I know is that Praise Nasiru Boyega Isiaka scored 103 out of 103 total vote cast.
The candidate, Boyega Nasiru Isiaka, says the support of his co-contestants was rare and unique.
I thank you very much.
It's nice, it's good. It's service to the people. It shows unity of purpose, internal organization of the party.
At the time of this report, similar primaries, Akinlade Abiodun Ishaq was elected as candidate for Yewa South Ipokia Federal Constituency, while the APC primary for Ado-Duota Federal Constituency has not been decided. From Ayetoro Yewa, Tokpe Alabi, NTA News.
In a related development, Femi Ogunbangu, popularly known as Omoiwa, has claimed APC's ticket for Ijebu Central Federal Constituency with a total of 71 votes out of the 179 valid votes. Femi Ogunbangu defeated 9 other aspirants, including an incumbent member of the House of Representatives. Correspondent witnessed the primary election and now reports.
The keenly contested House of Assembly primary election of the All Progressives Congress in Ijebu Ode is to select one standard bearer for the party among the 10 aspirants. In a transparent process, the 55 delegates across the 11 wards in Ijebu Ode local government were duly accredited, with the INEC electoral officer for Ijebu Ode, Mrs. Comfort Adegoke, and other officials monitoring proceedings. One after the other, delegates cast their ballots for the candidate of their choice among the 10 contestants, with agents and candidates keenly monitoring the process. The counting of ballots was conducted in the presence of all agents, candidates, and other stakeholders. At the end of the exercise, Bakre Omolola Olanrewaju scored 13 votes, which is the highest number of lawful votes. The winner could not contain her emotions.
I'm speechless. I'm speechless.
Chairman Ijebu Ode local government will supervise the exercise, encourage the aspirants to embrace the spirit of sportsmanship and work for the victory of the APC at the polls come 2023.
The natural urge of each delegate to see his or her candidate emerge at the end of the day, and that was what led to the tension. Of course, you'll expect that where you have 8, 10 contestants, the tension will be a little bit high, but we're able to manage it, and the election has gone on smoothly.
In Ode local government, Atinoke Bello clinched the party's ticket. In Ijebu,
that report was on the victory of Bakre Omolola Olanrewaju at the APC House of Assembly primary. You're still watching the news at 7 on NTA Ijebu Ode. The news continues after this message.
Pẹ̀lú ohun ìpè glo yín òun ló bá tán lówó bá dé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
ẹdúrọ́nà báwo la ṣe máa so NIN number wa mọ́ òpó ìpè glo line wa.
Ó simple ìwọ testa 109#.
irú àwa tí a wà ní nọ́mbà ìdánimọ̀ NIN yìí rárá ń kọ́.
Ẹ lọ sí ẹ̀ka ilé ìtajà Glo kẹ́ ẹ lọ fi orúkọ yín sílẹ̀ níbẹ̀ òun lè bá ṣe lówó bá dé.
Ẹ dákun ẹ jọ̀wọ́ báwo lèmi náà yóò ṣe jàǹfààní káàdì ìpè $20,000 ọ̀fẹ́.
Ṣé ẹ rí àwọn oníbàárà Glo tuntun àti àwọn tó ti wà ńbẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀? Ǹjẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ pé gbogbo wa pátápátá òun la láǹfààní àti jẹ káàdì?
èmi náà mo ti gba $20,000.
Now too much berekete.
Plus is here. Existing Glow customers will get 400% bonus on every recharge and 100 MB data bonus on first recharge of the month. New Glow customers will get $1,000 welcome bonus. To activate, buy a new Glow SIM today or dial *777# for existing Glow customers.
You're welcome back. And now back to our earlier reports. Femi Ogunbanwo, popularly known as Omoiwa, has clinched APC's ticket for Ijebu Central Federal Constituency with a total of 71 votes out of 179 valid votes. Other aspirants, including an incumbent member of the House, Femi Ogunbanwo defeated 9 other aspirants, including an incumbent member of the House of Representatives. Here are the details of that report. In our subsequent news. Moving on, extracurricular activities can unlock the untapped potentials in pupils if stakeholders in the education sector give it the much needed attention. This came to the fore at this year's Children's Day celebration in NTA Ijebu Ode. Correspondent captured the highlights of the celebration in this report.
The Children's Day celebration, which attracted participants from 12 schools who came from far and near, created a platform for the pupils to unwind and showcase their skills in various games, quiz, and other academic exercise. The children displayed their dexterity in marching, while the officer in charge, Elijah Ramatu Salaudin, received salutes. Various choreographic display by the schools also added excitement to the occasion. The keenly contested quiz competition put the academic prowess of the pupils to test, especially in current affairs and public speaking. For the officer in charge, the takeaway from the Children's Day celebration is attitudinal change from the children.
On behalf of the management and the entire staff of NTA Ijebu Ode, I wish all our children happy Children's Day. As you are all aware, we celebrate you every day, and that you should be obedient to the teachers and to your parents too, and then make sure that you obey everything that is said to you. Behave as good children so that the future too will be much better for you.
The children and the teachers bear their minds on this year's celebration.
Today is very wonderful, and I'm happy today to be in NTA live Fandawet. It makes me happy. It makes me feel good. It is very motivating. It makes our school to feel happy.
We are happy to celebrate this year Children's Day. And what I feel about Children's Day, we want to say that government should place more value, more conscious on our children education.
I really appreciate NTA Ijebu Ode for organizing this event in a grand manner. In fact, to make the pupils happy. I can see them jumping all over the places, look at them playing all around, presentation and all that. In fact, to cut the long story short, it's really awesome to be here today. Everything is amazing.
Certificates and prizes were presented to the schools for their wonderful performances. This year's NTA Ijebu Ode Children's Day celebration will no doubt remain in the memories of the teachers and pupils for a long time to come. In Ijebu Ode, Joel.
To end the news, here is a recap of our major stories. President Muhammadu Buhari has reiterated the need for African leaders to respect right of citizens to make their choice. Former Ogun State Governor Otunba Gbenga Daniel has clinched Ogun East APC primary election. And lastly, tonight we inform you that extracurricular activities has been identified as germane to unlock potentials of children. And that does it on the news tonight. The news continues in Yoruba language immediately after the break. Thanks for staying with us.
lálẹ́ òní. Aláṣẹ Muhammadu Buhari ṣe àtúnwí ìdí tí àwọn adarí nílẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ fi ní láti bọ̀wọ̀ fún ẹ̀tọ́ àwọn aráàlú láti yan ẹni tí wọ́n nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí. Gómìnà ìgbà kan rí nípínlẹ̀ Ògùn Ọ̀túnba Gbénga Daniel borí ètò ìdìbò abẹ́lé du ipò aṣòfin àgbà lẹ́kùn ìlà oòrùn ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn. Ààrẹ ìdárayá ṣe pàtàkì láti ṣíṣọ lójú ọgbọ́n àtinúdá àwọn ògo wẹ̀rẹ̀. Ẹ kálẹ́ àkú ìsinmi òní ẹ̀kọ́ ìròyìn lámú àfọyín láti iléeṣẹ́ tẹlifíṣàn ìjọba àpapọ̀ nílùú Ìjẹ̀bú Òde. Bùnmi òní ni oníròyìn ìwà nǹkan fìdílé láti gbádùn ìròyìn náà jọba. Aláṣẹ Muhammadu Buhari ti ṣe àtúnwí ìdí tí àwọn adarí òṣèlú nílẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ fi ní láti bọ̀wọ̀ fún ẹ̀tọ́ àwọn aráàlú láti yan ẹni tó wù wọ́n nínú ètò ìdìbò, bí ó ti tẹnumọ́ wípé irúfẹ́ ẹ̀tọ́ yìí lábẹ́ òfin láti yan ẹni tí wọn yóò dìbò yàn ni a kò gbọdọ̀ fọwọ́ yẹpẹrẹ mú. Èyí jẹ jáde lásìkò tó ń bá ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè Malawi sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ìpàdé àpérò àjọ ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ èyí tó wáyé ní Malabo nílẹ̀ Equatorial Guinea, láti ibi tí akọ̀ròyìn wa ti jábọ̀ ìròyìn. Gómìnà náà nípínlẹ̀ Ògùn Ọ̀túnba Gbénga Daniel ti borí ètò ìdìbò abẹ́lé du ipò sẹ́nítọ̀ lẹ́kùn ìlà oòrùn ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn lábẹ́ àsíá ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC pẹ̀lú ìfàkọ̀yọ. Ó ní ìbò 450 nínú àpapọ̀ ìbò 16. Akọ̀ròyìn wájú òpópó Ọlájábọ̀ wípé ọ̀kan lára àwọn adíje bíi tirẹ̀ tó jẹ́ sẹ́nítọ̀ tó ń ṣojú fún ẹkùn ìlà oòrùn ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́, aṣòfin àgbà Lékan Mustapha ló fìnnúfẹ́dọ̀ sọ wípé òun kò díje mọ́. Aṣòfin àgbà tó sì ń ṣojú ẹkùn ìwọ̀ oòrùn nípínlẹ̀ Èkó lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ Solomon Adéọlá ló ti gba tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì láti díje du ipò sẹ́nítọ̀ lábẹ́ àsíá ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC ní ẹkùn ìdìbò ìwọ̀ oòrùn ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn nínú ètò ìdìbò àpapọ̀ tó ń bọ̀ lọ́dún 2023. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Tọ́pẹ́ Àlàbí fàbọ̀jẹ́ ni wípé aṣòfin Adéọlá fi ìbò 306 borí aṣòfin tó wà nípò lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ Tolú Ọ̀dẹ́bìyí ẹni tí kò ní ìbò kankan. Tọ́pẹ́ Àlàbí ló jábọ̀ ìròyìn yìí ẹgbẹ́ síwájú sí.
Àwọn olùdìbò 306 294 ni wọ́n ṣe àyẹ̀wò fún láti yan ọ̀kan nínú sẹ́nitọ̀ Ọlámilékan Adéọláyáyì tó ń ṣojú ẹkùn ìwọ̀ oòrùn Èkó àti Tolú Ọ̀dẹ́bìyí tó ń ṣojú ìwọ̀ oòrùn Ògùn láti ṣojú ẹgbẹ́ APC níbi ìdìbò gbogbogbò ọdún 2023 lẹ́yìn táwọn olùdíje méjì ìyẹn Abíọ́dún Akínládé àti Gbóyèga Nasiru Isiaka àti jọ̀wọ́ ẹ̀ fún ipò míì. Lẹ́yìn táwọn olùdìbò parí ìdìbò tí wọ́n kà ní alámòjútó ìdìbò abẹ́lé náà ọ̀mọ̀wé Dàpọ̀ Ògúnkọ̀yà kéde sẹ́nitọ̀ Ọlámilékan Adéọlá táwọn èèyàn mọ̀ sí Yáyì gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹni tó jáwé olúborí pẹ̀lú ìbò 306 láti na ẹni tó ń ṣojú ẹkùn ìwọ̀ oòrùn Ògùn lọ́wọ́ Tolú Ọ̀dẹ́bìyí tí ò ní ìbò kankan. 294. Lẹ́ni tó ń fi ìmọrírì rẹ̀ hàn sáwọn olùdìbò náà, sẹ́nitọ̀ Adéọlá dúpẹ́ gidigidi lọ́wọ́ wọn tó sì fi dá wọn lójú pé aṣojú rere ni òun yóò jẹ́ nílé aṣòfin àgbà fẹ́kùn náà tí wọ́n bá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ dìbò yan òun. Láìpẹ́ yìí ni sẹ́nitọ̀ Ọlámilékan Adéọlá tí í ṣe ọmọ bíbí ilé Oníbàtà ní Páàyí Ìlaró ṣe ìyípadà ibi ìdìbò ẹ̀ sílùú abínibí rẹ̀ ní Ìlaró kó lè rọrùn fún láti dupò aṣòfin àgbà lábẹ́ àsíá ẹgbẹ́ APC fẹ́kùn ìdìbò ìwọ̀ oòrùn Ògùn. Láti Ìlaró, Tọ́pẹ́ Àlàbí ló ń jábọ̀ ìròyìn fún iléeṣẹ́ NTA.
Gbóyèga Nasiru Isiaka ni wọ́n ti kéde gẹ́gẹ́ bí adíje tí ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC fi ohùn ṣọ̀kan fà kalẹ̀ láti gbé igbá ìbò ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣojú-ṣòfin lọ́dún 2023 fún ẹkùn ìdìbò àríwá Yewa àti Ìmẹ̀kọ Àfọ̀n. Tọ́pẹ́ Àlàbí jábọ̀ wípé ìdìbò abẹ́lé ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC du ipò aṣojú-ṣòfin èyí tó fa adíje náà kalẹ̀ ló wáyé nílùú Ayétòrò pẹ̀lú àwọn aṣojú 125 ẹgbẹ́ ìpínlẹ̀ ìròyìn yìí síwájú sí.
Àwọn olùdìbò 125 tí í ṣe 5 láti ọ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan wọ́ọ̀dù 22 tó wà ní ẹkùn ìdìbò àríwá Yewa ọ̀hún Ìmẹ̀kọ Àfọ̀n ni wọ́n pèsè láti mú ọmọ oyè ẹgbẹ́ tí yóò díje fún aṣojú agbègbè náà nílé aṣojú-ṣòfin ilẹ̀ yìí. Kí ètò náà tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ làwọn méjèèje tó ń díje ní èyí tí a ti rí ẹni tó ń ṣojú agbègbè náà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ti panupọ̀ kéde fáwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ pé àwọn ti faramọ́ kí Gbóyèga Nasiru Isiaka di ọmọ oyè ẹgbẹ́.
Èmi Tọ́pẹ́ mo faramọ́ kan tí spíkà sọ. Èmi Jímọ̀ Àrẹ̀mú Ọláifá èmi náà faramọ́ gbogbo nǹkan tí àwọn tó sọ̀rọ̀ ṣáájú mi ti sọ.
Síbẹ̀ alámòjútó ètò ìdìbò abẹ́lé náà ọ̀mọ̀wé Dàpọ̀ Ògúnkọ̀yà tó gbóṣùbà fáwọn olùdíje fún ìgbésẹ̀ akin náà kò ṣàìní káwọn olùdìbò náà dìbò wọn táwọn 23 sì ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ dìbò gbé yíyan Gbóyèga Nasiru Isiaka táwọn 2 kan ò sì dìbò rárá. Ọmọ oyè ẹgbẹ́ náà Gbóyèga Nasiru Isiaka ní àtìlẹ́yìn mánigbàgbé ni òun rí gbà látọwọ́ àwọn tóun jìjọ ń dupò ọ̀hún.
Bó ṣe lè borí ìlọsíwájú ilẹ̀ wa ìlọsíwájú àdúgbò wa ìlọsíwájú orílẹ̀-èdè wa làwa ọlọ́wọ́ á lè jẹ́ kí a rí agbára lọ́wọ́ èyí tẹ́ ṣe léèlé yìí èyí tó pọ̀ nínú ẹ̀ ní agbára lọ́wọ́ á tó wa lọ́wọ́ á tó wa lẹ́nu.
Lásìkò tí à ń kóròyìn yìí jọ lọ́wọ́ irúfẹ́ ìdìbò abẹ́lé yìí tó wáyé ní Ìlaró ti yan Akínládé Abíọ́dún Ishaq gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ oyè ẹgbẹ́ fẹ́kùn ìdìbò gúúsù Yewa ọ̀hún Ìpòkíà nígbà tí wọn ò parí èyí tó wáyé ní Adó-Odò láti fa ọmọ oyè ẹgbẹ́ kalẹ̀ fẹ́kùn ìdìbò Adó-Odò Ọ̀tà fún ìdíwọ́ láti Ayétòrò Tópẹ́ Àlàbí ló ń jábọ̀ ìròyìn fún iléeṣẹ́ NTA.
Fẹ́mi Ògúnbànwò, ẹni tí gbogbo ènìyàn mọ̀ sí ọmọ ìwà, ló ti gba tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC fún ẹkùn ìdìbò àárín gbùngbùn Ìjẹ̀bú nílé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣojú-ṣòfin pẹ̀lú àpapọ̀ ìbò 71 nínú 99 ìbò. Fẹ́mi Ògúnbànwò ló borí àwọn adíje 9 tó kù, nínú wọn ni aṣojú-ṣòfin tó wà nípò báyìí. Akọ̀ròyìn wa jẹ́ Òpópóọlá bá wọn wà níbi ètò ìdìbò abẹ́lé náà. Aré ìdárayá lè ṣílẹ̀kùn àwọn ọgbọ́n àtinúdá àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tí àwọn lọ́gàálọ́gàá lẹ́ka ètò ẹ̀kọ́ bá lè fún ní ìgbájúmọ̀ tó yẹ. Èyí jẹ jáde níbi ayẹyẹ àyájọ́ àwọn èwe iléeṣẹ́ móhùnmáwòrán ìjọba àpapọ̀ ìyẹn NTA Ijebu Ode. Akọ̀ròyìn wa jẹ́ Òpópóọlá fàbọ̀jẹ́ ni wípé ayẹyẹ náà dùn gbọ̀ngbọ̀n kan sí. Kí á tó mú ìròyìn ti àṣẹlẹ̀ ní wá sí ìdádúró, ẹ̀gbọ́n àwọn kókó tí a mẹ́nubà lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Amúwá fún ní wípé aláṣẹ Muhammadu Buhari ṣe àtúnwí ìdí tí àwọn adarí nílẹ̀ Áfíríkà fi ní láti bọ̀wọ̀ fún ẹ̀tọ́ àwọn aráàlú láti yan ẹni tí wọ́n nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí. Gómìnà ìgbà kan rí nípínlẹ̀ Ògùn Ọ̀túnba Gbénga Daniel borí ètò ìdìbò abẹ́lé du ipò aṣòfin àgbà lẹ́kùn ìlà oòrùn ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn. Bákan náà ni àtúnwá fún ní wípé àrẹ ìdárayá ṣe pàtàkì láti ṣíṣọ́ lójú ọgbọ́n àtinúdá àwọn ògo wẹ̀rẹ̀. Tó wà ní rí jù báyìí lọ nínú ìròyìn wa fún ti àṣẹlẹ̀ ní ẹ pàdé wa ní ọ̀la fún àkọ́tún rẹ̀. Orúkọ èmi oníròyìn lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ni Bùnmi Òní. Ó dàárọ̀, kásùn láyọ̀.